the reason this came about is kind of what we talked about. I had a lot of students coming to me, and they were really good with the hands, and they were very, very good with their feet. They were just playing great. They would come to me for lessons, and we'd sit down for a second, and I'd say, hey, what have you been doing? I get to know them. And they sit down on the pad and show me, what's your hand technique look like, what's your feeling. And they were on fire. Their hands were beautiful, really beautiful. They had speed, control, endurance, all the things we look for in our hands. Their feet were the same. They'd worked their feet up real good. Everything was great. What they were lacking was taking that technique and making music out of it and actually applying it to the drum set. All right? So I had guys literally come to me and had maybe marched in snare drum, in school, in band marching and stuff, and done some playing, and their hands were pretty awesome. When they got to the drum kit, they only could play a couple of licks, and they got lost a lot, and they really couldn't use all the facility they had. I mean, it was amazing. They had such good technique physically. Basically what was happening was they'd work on their speed all day. So they sit down on the pad and just go, single stroke roll, double stroke roll. Basically go the rudiments, and they felt real comfortable with it. But when it got to really using them on the drum set and totally being able to make music with all the technique they had, there was like a gap between technique and application on the drum set. So, and that a lot of guys come in and say, I hit a wall. I have a few licks I play. I just can't. I'm kind of don't know how to get to the next level of ideas, whether it's a groove idea or a solo idea. So I developed a system called the Elements. And 2E, and 3E, and 4E, and 1E, and 2E, and 3E, and 4E, and feel free to cut one if you want. 3, 1, and 2E, and 3, and 4E, and there you go, got along, and 2E, and 3, and 4E, and number 4 is the E, the second 16th note. This is like very, very Bonhamish. You play those E's all the time. Dun, dun, back on. That the E, 2E, So the E, 1E, and 2E, and 3E, and 4E, and 1E, and 2E, and 3E, and 4E, and great. Number 5 is the 1E, and 2E, and 3E, and 4E, and 1E, and 2E, and 3E, 4E, and the first two 16th notes. Number 6, 1E, and 2E, and 3E, and 4E, and 1E, and 2E, and 3E, and 4E, and great. Next, the last two is the enda, 1E, and